We maken een reis door het zuiden van een continent in opmars. Afrika verrijst, zeggen ze. Maar hoe dan? En welke verhalen gaan daarachter schuil? 4 landen, 8 verhalen, dwars door Afrika. Nou, moet je kijken. Alles wat er is achtergebleven van wat ooit was de grootste, de meest succesvolle kopermijn van Zambia. Ik bedoel, dit haal je zo van de grond af. Ja?
Jina mafyonso ndine mupondo pano pakopala ndiye pamene tuzakirira ndirama chitiziva kwamene venzochosa masitiate ndine mkema tudenji umupondo ngati mwambona mufwide femwa umfa bwino siona tininasiya kupezekana bwachede bwa ndine denji umupondo aze tima fyonso bra azusi one time.
What's in this?
Copper. This is copper. Abusing with these people.
Je kijken, man. Zitten al die jongens hier uit de buurt zijn hier allemaal aan het graven. Daar en daar en daar. Maar het is levensgevaarlijk. Weet je, totdat hier zo naar beneden. Die grond is allemaal ontzettend los. How many are you here?
Almost 1,000.
1,000?
Yes, and people.
And they're all friends?
Yes. Yeah.
Or you fight?
No.
Never fighting?
Never.
So you make a tunnel inside the mountain?
Yes. Yeah, inside, yeah.
But do you have any protection? Do you make it strong?
No protection. No protection.
It's risky, guys.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, risky.
No protection. This is illegal.
This is illegal. Yeah.
It's like that. And police, they don't make a problem about this.
It's a very big problem. Just come, pushing outside.
Police pushes you out.
Yes.
And then what do you do?
We are running.
You run.
Come
Or you pay them.
yeah, I'm going to give them the money.
That's mine security.
Oh my.
Babulishana.
Hi.
Okay, ndina wine. Twala landa ngapadi fili fyonse. Fyonse twala milanga.
Okay.
Padi obo tulina bo.
Are you security?
Yes.
Okay. So you're watching for our security.
Yes, very much.
Okay, thank you so much. That's very good to hear.
That's why we are here.
Yes. Okay.
For these guys, they are violent.
We have to go?
We're coming. So we leave these guys here.
Yeah, let's go. We pick the vehicle. Okay. Talk on the motor.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
No, just pick the vehicle. Let him come.
We are currently flying over the Kitsanchi Golf Estate. which is the residential area for senior employees of the mine. Hadra, sweep around to the right and go up a little bit higher, Hadra. My house is in the trees, just, that's my house.
So that's where the assistant general manager of the mine lives.
We mogen mee met een mijnbedrijf dat bezig is met de grootste koperwinning in heel Afrika. Zo hoog boven in de lucht voelt het surrealistisch. De mens, zijn machines en de ontembare lust naar mineralen. Maar voor de mijnbaas is het allemaal heel gewoon. Een manier van leven. So what was that like when you came here? Well, what did it look like here?
7 years ago, the hillsides weren't covered by housing. And
That was all empty.
that was all empty. A few small houses, but now what you see are houses that have been created with money behind them.
All came here because you guys came.
It all came here because of the mine. Solwezi town was here. It was a central town for the province, but it was a long-forgotten backwater province and a small trading area where farming inputs and so on were distributed. A small town. This was all bush. I've worked in more sophisticated parts of Africa, namely Southern Africa, South Africa. But Zambia, I've really enjoyed working for this company in particular. And the challenge of the job is exceedingly high, and that's what we do it for.
This alien machines here.
This is how we do our business.
Yeah.
Each of these trucks can carry 180 tons of rock, of these large white trucks. And on average, we move about 300,000 tons of rock a day.
What's the siren for?
The siren is to alert people to the fact that we're about to start blasting in the pit and that people must evacuate to beyond the safety zone, which is 500 meters outside of the blast area.
So what is living in a mine pit like?
Well, people actually quite enjoy living and working here.
Really? I mean, do you really mean that? Yeah?
I wouldn't have stayed. I came on a 2-year contract and I just never left because I've enjoyed it. It's been great for my family.
And what is it that you enjoy so much about it?
Being in charge of all this.
Hello? Do you know when the blast is coming? How many minutes?
What time is it?
I don't know.
Just about not more than 15 minutes from now.
15 minutes from now. Is that why you're hiding here?
Yes.
Is your name really Robbie?
Yeah, my name is Robbie. I don't know which spelling I must use, but I use both.
It says Robbie.
Yeah, but that's one of them.
What do you say to Zambians? You will say, well, foreign mining companies like yours are just here to wreck Zambia, to take the wealth out and leave us with this.
I can only reply with the facts. The facts are that this company, First Quantum Minerals, started in Zambia 15 years ago from very humble beginnings. It worked very hard within Zambia to create a large mining business. It's not just foreign capital that's come in. They've worked hard to find the money. They've worked efficiently, and they've taken the money that they've made to grow the business within Zambia, so that currently we are building the largest mining investment within Zambia. All of that generates copper, which Zambia's economy needs, and it's provided profit, a taxable profit, for the government.
What happens with the community when they hear a mining company is coming to town? Can you describe that to me?
I would say huge excitement, because, as I say, if you'd been here before, you would find that the people were living a subsistence lifestyle. They would just about be able to manage to grow what they can eat, and that was it. So there's no economic activity or very little, so there's no way of progressing. The schooling in this province was the worst in the country. We are now working to try, so nobody could escape, nobody could generate economic activity, nobody could learn to run a business. So with the presence of the mine, even though it's brought an influx of other people and therefore competition, it's also brought opportunity.
So how much money do you make here?
I'm sure you can read our annual financial statements, but it's several $100 million are made each year.
Each year?
Yes.
Confirming all 3 boxes, 100% communication.
Are you a driver?
For sure.
Those big machines?
Yes.
Isn't it hard?
No, it takes courage.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Do you like it?
I like it very much.
Why do you like so much?
Yeah, you know, when you're doing such a task, you have to concentrate. So when you don't concentrate, it will mean you won't like the job.
Yeah.
But if you concentrate when doing your job, you will like it.
Really?
So I like my job very much.
Yo! Can I come around here? This is your machine?
Yes.
Huh? Wow.
We zijn op weg naar de plek waar de grootste koperproducent hier in Zambia zijn oog heeft laten vallen op nog meer grotere kopervoorraden en daar heel snel aan de slag wil. What's happening?
We're working here. We're crossing the potholes, sir.
Are you filling up the potholes?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you filling up the potholes here?
Wait, we're going up where the potholes is. We're going to close all the potholes so that you pass very well. The road, yeah.
Thank you very much. But he's blocking the road.
No, well, it's just because of money. We need money.
You need money for filling up the potholes?
Because the government is not working. Yes, we've decided to wake up the potholes there.
How much does that cost?
No problem of 10 or 10 kwacha, no worries.
10 kwacha for passing through?
Yeah.
And what happens if I don't pay?
It's no problem.
Also no problem. Then I go. No. 10 kwacha. Let me see. Is 20 kwacha fine? You really want 10?
Yeah, thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you.
So this is all brand newly built?
Yes, we started construction in mid 2011 and we're approximately 70% through in terms of completion of our construction phase of the project.
I guess before you started, there were people also living here, right, where we stand.
Well, there was a small community located within the pit of approximately 30 families, but within the area required for the project, which is about 400 square kilometers, there are approximately 570 families that are affected.
What will happen with all of this?
So this will all be demolished.
And these people all have to move?
That's correct, yeah. We are just entering the first point in the new planned town, and this road that you can see is part of the town plan.
Yeah. What's there?
This is a private school, mainly targeting our mine workforce. On the right is the clinic that we hope to open within the next 3 months. The reason for building the clinic is so that our employees will have access to adequate health care. We're essentially standing in one of the suburbs of the town. People have already moved in, as you can see in some of the houses. We have plots with houses that have been built by the mining company and are being sold to our mine employees so that they become the owners of their house.
Now, a copper mine, I was told, runs about 20 years.
Yeah.
Why are you making all of this for just an investment that will run out in 20 years?
Well, if you look at other African countries, and I take an example of Johannesburg in South Africa, which started as it was a gold mine, or mainly gold mining activities, but there was a lot of reinvestment within that and a lot of secondary economic development. The mines are gone, and now you have a very large city.
So you imagine building a city from scratch, basically.
Essentially, with the mine as the primary driver or the primary economic activity.
But now the mine worker has to buy that house, you told me?
Yes, that's correct.
Why would he do that if the mine is going to close after 20 years?
Why would he do that? Why would the miner buy the house? Well, I guess property is a good investment.
But
somebody could.
In the middle of the jungle, yeah, on a mining area that's going to close eventually. So why would you want to stay here once the mine closes?
Well, we're looking very long term. I mean, we're looking at within 20 years, a very large town can develop, and with a large number of secondary economic activities.
Een Johannesburg in het oerwoud. Dat is wat het mijnbedrijf voor ogen heeft. Een goed gepland Eldorado voor de gelukszoekers van Zambia. Maar een lokale activist hoedt me voor al die mooie beloften.
One of the maps I got was this one here. The amount of land is enormous. That's just about 1.5 times the size of Hong Kong.
So what do you think? Why do they buy such a huge stretch of land then? What do you suspect?
It's business. It's business. If you look at the Trident project, it's multifaceted. They want to sell off some of the land to other business people that would like to do business with them.
So after the mine has run out, after 20 years, they want to keep on making money off the land?
Of course. Of course.
Is that also why they're building houses?
Oh, yes. That's it. We are the legitimate owners of this land. I'm telling you what the people say. We are the legitimate owners of this land. And they make this statement, we own the stone. They say, will you explain to us why we should not participate in the wealth that is being extracted from that land? Imagine here is a household whose village was sitting right on top of Centennial mine pit, and you want to shift that family from there. What material value would you place on that family? Knowing that under customary law, that piece of land is their property. That includes the minerals. You see, that's the
Does it include the minerals?
The minerals, yes.
Are they the legal holders of those minerals?
What do you mean when you say legal? A piece of paper? Huh? That's where now First Quantum must learn something. You see, those people under customary law, ownership of land is not written on a piece of paper. It goes according to history and oral tradition. You see those red numbers on the houses?
This one here, right?
Yeah,
ahead.
this one here.
Yeah.
This house, all of these are set for destruction and for resettlement.
They're earmarked.
They are earmarked for resettlement.
So they're all going to disappear?
Yeah, they will not be here.
Is this your house?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
It's quite a big one.
Yes. I know the kitchen. I have spare bedroom. Akunu di kukuna tulirenga ma TV.
You come to visit your neighbors here?
Yeah.
You miss them?
Antu awo. Inahembanga adikunu. Dichine ichinaho shahadika ha first. Hakuira wena anona mkurumpiu amtwara kuna anona kamwana kaka yakitwara kuna dichio oyu yakwira kuronda tuviruri erana twifwiri kutwivirura tunyamuni weshima wetu akatwitwara nechi twashikamana nyikara yetu chochichi akai.
Do you know why the mine wants you to leave this place?
Yinu pata chia na monu kuishina da wo ye na irukiu yidu kuishina kudi marora o marora udi wo ye na one komane fumeni mun dichi etunetu na hakutufumsha muno kompazeti na romburu kichachu wa hani kuronda twiriki wena na rondi marora etu atuwana detu adinga detu ashikama hamarora etu nyaka ya ivu hanu hera chikuikaranei marora etu na tudi ho hewuru iranga kushiyanka kurura yetu nyaka na nyaka mafuku na mafuku mayezi na mayezi ichi etu twashakama hanu hera ikuikara nawe yawo wena ninza anatuwani anatuwani hayuma yetu twashakama.
So is yours?
I want to enza ono kutuka bishawo. Jiri nekwema na tulezera kwemba baroro mukarumbira. Maroro. Itwa ya mukarumbira maroro. Yo utatika numeraini. Akuyana kujura manya na to kuyitupangira mu mayini. Litumikara atendire ngai isatu. Okoloko. Ila rero kwaza mikara isatu. Sereze mwajima gwese. Anatamisha mpete yejima. Mwimbamu mabuku mayini migodika mudimaturiri ngakweloni. Isatu kwiruka bane. Eto akura forcing. Yakura ona fuma kwanja. Forcing tuyenga na twarandi pat. Tunarandi pat. Kusukwana wenga gwitejene yenga. Tatuwayare yaku katungi. Amina mina shari kunu kosi. Yaku da by force jura. Kabaka kitwaje mama yejima ndi mumweruka zemda arunda. Yejima kosi toko yanda so. Karembu iraka takulanda kutomu akarembu iraka yeje. Kakutomu na kuntamu. Kurukwetu kosi. Udimi kabaka kakavuru. Udimi makamba mavuru. Yoma yejima. Twakabaka na wanyi. Twashikamane yetu. Tushikamane mumpate yetu. Namanta wetu msokantani. Ditu wena nenzi by force. Na tu force no. Again.
They're going to build a big town there with shops and schools. It's going to be better.
Imbaka yenene tutudarunda. Imbaka yenene akwenu muchishimu charunda na mkwenu wakudani ndinoka. Amutariranga kukubaba. Hauhana hakutendeka. Inde yakandeje ngana unakero yuyuma kuyimba nane anakosha marumba. Olikuwa nami hina amgumuna kani nami anakutwamba.
Fueta mani kufueto wakwetu anatati huko. Anakuika bari mahafu machenja. Mari wani. Anabadi kansa anshi kuda kwetu. Anabadi na hanu. Hanu anatulinga natoti. Most zero. 1 million, 2 million awanyana kuisunga nanka. Sigora bodi kuda food ikaya jimba. 2 million, 3 million. Ngo handira mudi. Mro mari ranyinki 50 million iranga hi. Amananga. Ira muntu yende ashikabayo. Permanent. Yena wa 100. Yena business. I'm permanent.
Now, can you imagine people saying like, well, it doesn't really matter what you give me. The fact of the matter is I was here first, so I have more rights than you.
Our answer to that is the way the mining regulations work and the land regulations work is that the state owns anything that's below the ground, and the traditional chief is the custodian of the land, and the occupant of the house is the owner of the property and anything that exists above the ground. So that's how we've defined it in our resettlement action.
So he doesn't have a right for what's under him?
Yeah, that's essentially the...
And with a state you can always do business with?
I suppose. Yeah.
But even if you would offer to pay more and they still say no, we really don't want to move, what do you do then?
So assuming we have a land lease, and we are the tenants, the legal tenants of the land, the definition of their status as landholders then changes. They are no longer a customary landholder. They are now a squatter on the land of a mining company, essentially.
Squat on the land where they were born.
Yeah, that's when that legal change takes place. That's how the definition changes.
Now, where are the people going to be moved?
The people will be moved somewhere behind Sentinel, somewhere here.
Right, and this is the mining operation.
This is the mining operation here. In Africa, or in Zambia today, in these communities, land has a sentimental attachment to it. It's a mark of identity. You have no land, you are nobody. That psychological understanding is crucial. So when you traumatize people psychologically by supplanting them from their ancestral lands, and you don't give them a compensation which will continually flow to the next generation, then that kind of compensation would not qualify to be called compensation. So they must continue to have food. They must continue to educate their children, commensurate to the kind of wealth that's coming out of their soil. If they are not smart today to be able, like FQM, to extract the minerals from there, then let those minerals be buried. A generation will come which will be smart enough to be able to extract their minerals.
Do you think that makes any sense in a boardroom in England or in Toronto?
To a businessman, that doesn't make sense. But you see, that's what makes the difference between legality and morality and justice.
We zijn bij het huis van de koninklijke chief van dit gebied. Dus eigenlijk de grote baas hier. Dat is de man die het land van de mensen hier heeft verkocht aan het Canadese mijnbedrijf. Voor, heb ik me laten zeggen, $250,000. En ik wil eigenlijk wel weten waarom. Hello, Royal Highness.
Yes, please.
How do I greet you? Do I give you a hand? Do I bow? Do I go on my knees?
You
go on my knees?
On your knees, and then you clap 3 times.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Clap 3 times.
That is our tradition.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what we do in Holland. I'm Bram, pleased to meet you.
Okay, thank you very much. Akengeri kunkwasha kutunga palace. Antungiri palace yanyo.
Your palace?
Yes. Dichi amechina mweni palace ya kengeri kungira benefita mi. Oyu chawana chao. Nami kungira benefita mi. That's why na yinwiri ni ireja kuronda Ana Maria kengeri kutunga o palace. Ayishi nema shares. Kuronda ni royal establishment ni community akeri benefit. Ya shara mu company nema shares.
I heard that $250,000 was paid.
Oyo ame nida wea wany mulonga neru kiname.
Do you regret? You signed?
Na nenga. Era chaino mpinji nichi duwa nenga. Wano na kuforcinga kusaina yume na briri kukenga. 2 na kundimba nao itu kusenda mpata yeji mako. Tukera concentrate na mpata idi na ma minerals. Dichi omwejima hera ankanji kishiri kusaina na sera mwany. Ne na sera irimu kachi tueranga klemo anye era blemo frumendu wany. Iranga ni frumendu to ayiri blemo mronga kwa dingire nga protection wany. Ni frumendu to ayiri blemo mronga kwa dingire protection wany.
Hello. Hello.
Hadmane. Kuiwana mane. Man of them one. Achumshmane. Hadichwai. Mwani.
Hello. Hello. I'm Bram. Hello. Are you leaving today?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm going to township.
To the township?
Yes.
And this is your house?
Yes.
How do you feel about leaving your house?
says that she would have needed more, a little more compensation. And apparently where she's going will be a bit far away from her farming area. What happens is that there's already a compensation package for each family. The compensation package includes the primary housing unit, and it also includes all assets, however small, that they owned here, such as chicken coops, shelters, and any other thing that is around their home that is of monetary value, such as fruit trees and any other thing like that. So when we're about to relocate them, we call them to sign an agreement.
What did you think when they came?
Change lo itonga joka yenu adinga ngai chimai mwini.
Ya dinga ya tamasa ngwana nganda twidimbe kirenga yuma ya nvuro. Ya dinga ya tametu eruke netu he kwa umirunga kwishi mukushika manga mana anakutwida maana ako anawe eji mamuna nakufuma. So muna antu eji makosa uno wato neni hera wadinga umu wato neni na umundu mukikana ninga na kosi eji mai pora rikiri ho. Mama. Yanga kwenku yanga. Kino. Mama.
So muna di longa shide. Abombera nkuni kwao. For example, enu mfumo enu nakuzata. Mwane enu nakuzata. So yeno iniena yuwahindi. It's always like that with the community. Oh, not that. Okay. Not just kilo. Ne yukubomba yuma yuguluwankana wani. Ne chwana nakuzoko lejejima Yesu ikaika. Mkara yena mwendadi unakuzata. Dichine mko ya kuna kutawa. Mkadima. Mkune wakekala mkala watawa. Wakekala ilungata kudima wani. Taru mgrupa.
What I've heard in the last couple of days is the copper is ours. So why wouldn't we get rich because of that copper? Why would it be a foreigner taking out that wealth? Aren't they right when they say that?
It's a point of view that you can endlessly debate. The government would disagree with that sort of position. The government would say it belongs to the country. And if it wasn't for a mining country extracting it, it would continue to exist as nothing. It would continue to exist as something in the ground.
Yeah, but they say we don't really regard government law because you also have something like traditional law.
Yes.
The chiefs, and we've been here for hundreds of years.
Yes.
And in that system, this is ours.
Yes.
We were here before the state.
It's a conundrum. Mining companies operate within the laws of the country and go into agreements with governments and pay governments for the rights. They also have to work within the communities, and within Solwezi, First Quantum, as Kansanshi Mine, has very much tried to work with the communities. But yeah, it's a moral dilemma that has to be answered by everybody, but it starts with government.
You've worked for so long in the mining industry in different parts of Africa. Have you ever had that doubt in yourself, like, who am I to come here and take all of that wealth?
I certainly have never phrased the question to myself in that way, but what I've always felt is that the mine should fit into the community and enable everybody to benefit. It looks inequitable. You know, the amount of, you can talk billions of dollars of money extracted from the ground. So what does the man here in the village get out of it? Well, he certainly doesn't get billions of dollars, but he gets a change. He can get a change in lifestyle. His life can change from what it was to, and the country as a whole.
carry the pound in water.
By for so kufuma hana idi 40 kinza na kushika hano. So ina chengi na kitu lingana. So toilet idi mukachi di toilet yenu. So hii di toilet yenu. Kama yeye na barato wani.
So how have the lives of these people here progressed in your vision?
From pre-resettlement to post-resettlement. Well, I could summarize it in saying that, one area you would talk about is standard of living, particularly talking about the standard of the house that the person has.
Houses are quite small and basic.
Well, I mean, our response to that is our socioeconomic baseline studies show that the average house size is about 13 square meters. This house is about 19 square meters. What we're providing for is 151% of what they had before. So that's purely looking at size.
But still, I mean, I saw no electricity.
Yeah.
Toilet is outside the house. I mean, you would say with all the copper coming from this region, and those people also from the region, you would have more than enough money to give them something more than that.
Well, the approach we take is we look at where people have come from, and we ensure that there is an improvement based on the baseline situation. So it's a step forward, and that's what our resettlement plan has deemed to be the improvement that we're satisfied with as a company.
Awamakia hanji tuna inkai ne mujimbesha makaranda yenu na wenu kwa funtira kudamini muna kuti okeze na wa miruko inajimba ninke nuruko iko na jimbesha ni nawa so kuimba chachi wa hai ni tare dendo man of them okay
So, what do you think? Do you know anybody of the neighbors? Okay. Let's see. Congratulations.
Now utachuwahi na nkashiinona na tikuwaho.
Thank you for watching. If you like this, please check here for the next episode or for other recommended series. And don't forget to subscribe if you want updates on upcoming new travel series.